Has maybe seen one or two chinks in the Wigan armour, and we'll have to wait and see how things pan out in the next 40 minutes. So Luke Goodwin restarts this match. Wigan ahead by 2 points to 0, and I think, Steve-O, it will come down at the end of the day to which of these two sides is the fitter and lasts the pace.
I'd have to agree with you there, but the kicking game again will be so vital. It really wasn't the best from the Wigan in that department. London was quite happy. Some of their kicks, they made sure that the ball was in the field of play. They turned Chris Radlinski around several times in that first half. They'll want more of the same.
Well, right at the start of this second half, let's go down to the touchline. We mentioned that Carl Thompson was walking around the ground with his WBO World Championship belt, and here he is now with the gloves on with Bill.
Carl, it's an amazing reception you got from the Wigan fans at half-time, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. I couldn't believe it all the way entirely around the pitch and everyone was praising me. I mean, honestly, it makes me feel like Eubank's got all the hype, you know what I mean? I can't believe it, I really can't. It's a good day.
Well, you were in a great scrap with Eubank, but this is turning out to be some scrap, isn't it?
Oh, I tell you, it could be a nightmare. I mean, I found out, you know, honestly, these people is unbelievable. I mean, it shows that people get behind the sportsmen. At first, when you do professional boxing, I think, where's the people? You know, I achieve all this, and no one's behind me. And the Wigan people show me great pleasure, you know, that they're behind me.
Some big hits out there, though. What do you think of this contest?
Oh. I tell you, it's no way I'd be doing rugby. I'm telling you, it's no way. Rugby's not for me. I stick to the ring, but I do best anyway. Believe me.
You do it best, certainly do. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
World Championship boxer wouldn't fancy taking on this game. You can't blame him. Watching up here, that was off the ankles of Goodwin. It's on the last tackle. The kick downfield from him. Radlinski on his own try line. He tries now to run the ball out, gets a pass away, and London, the chase and the tackling is still standing firm. But now they've, I was going to say they've been caught for offside, but there's a little knock on there.
Lack of concentration really has put the pressure on, and it was only a little one, but it was well spotted by the official, Radlinski. Well, that will not be pleasing their coach, John Money.
Well, a week before Wembley, and Wigan, wouldn't say that they're stuttering a little, but they are really in a battle royal here at the top of Super League. And this is a great opportunity for London. They're trying to get the ball out wide with Gill, and here's a fire. Who gets the try, or does he? The touch judge is there on the corner of the field. The referee is having a word. Did he get the ball down? That's the question.
Touch judge says yes.
Touch judge says he got the ball down, no problem. And on his return to Central Park, Martin Afire gives London the lead against Wigan.
What a mistake by Chris Radlinski. Put them in this position. It was good ball work. Long ball from Glenayre, did well. Gill sucked the defence in there. That was exceptional play. Adrian Spencer finally feeds Martin Afire. Scored so many great tries on this ground. Spencer did well, and they sucked the defence in. Mark Bell was caught. He was in two minds whether to go for Spencer. That was a mistake that brought about the scrum. Well, they're stunned here at Central Park. The big Wigan fans have just cannot believe it. He got it down all right. Forces it down with a fingertips. You can see he was in control of it.
So Martin Afire gets the try here, and he's now got 444 tries in his career. He's fourth on the all-time list on his own now. Martin Afire, one of the finest try poachers that this game has ever seen, and he's given London Broncos the lead here against Wigan in the opening minutes of this second half. Scored a bag full of tries for Wigan when he was here. Now then, this is a difficult kick for Terry Mattison. Remember though, in Super League 1, as I said, it was 18-all here, and Mattison kicked a kick off the touchline to secure that point. I mentioned that in the first half, and this is a similar kick to the one he had that day, but up the other end of the field. Mattison gives it a good thump, and he's kicked that and London lead by 6 points to 2.
8 Wigan defenders within that area of that circle, and once they got the long ball out wide, it was a beautiful quick pass from Glen Eyre, and Spencer feeds Martin a fire. That's a fine effort.
Martin Afire's first try in Super League this year, and what a time to score it. Wigan 2, London 6. And London putting real pressure on the odds-on favourites for Super League. And ahead now after 5 minutes of the second half. Well, can they build on that? Or what do Wigan have up their sleeves in response? They certainly, I know that they're going to Wembley next Saturday, but they do not look in the top form that they have shown in the opening 3 weeks, and it's really down to tackling like that from Young and company.
They really are getting in the face yet again, and the pressure applied to Farrell. It's not the best kick.
Underneath it, Toshak, and he will launch another London attack. John Money, I think, knows he's in a great game here, and Tony Curry as well. Well, the plan for Curry at the moment is working absolutely perfectly. Here's the try scorer, Afire. Straight up the middle, he dances around too, and Glen Eyre was there on his inside, but obviously Afire had to take the tackle, couldn't slip the pass, but Afire's in great form. Gill examining them now.
Quite a few of the Wigan players going far too high. They're forgetting this one at least has to go low for the legs.
Matheson to Grant Young, who will drive it in again, and he gets to within 3 or 4 metres of that Wigan line.
Will London go for a 1 point, or will it go out for the full 6?
This is Glen Eyre, now it's with Tulson Tollett, and Tollett dabs it through. There's a race on here, and it was good defence from the winger Mark Bell, but what a chase from Tollett to ground him in the in-goal area.
Good use of the kick, and again Tollett, who's back to his best. This is a break from Martin Afire. They're just grabbing at him, they're not going low. The swinging arm by Horton that finally gets him to the ground. And we've seen in the first half that Martin Afire's gone looking for work.
And here come London again in the figure of Grant Young once more. Martin Afire, 2 clean breaks in this match. One of them, of course, he scored from. Here's Beasley. And they're finding alarming holes in this Wigan defence at the moment, London. And I bet the most interested audience that we've got for this match tonight is in the city of Sheffield.
I used a dummy runner
there. I rather fancy, Steve-O, we'll get a call from John Keir before this night is out for a video of this game.
Well, Glen Eyre there probably has some reason to be a little bit upset, because there was hardly anybody in front. And he didn't interfere with anybody getting to him. He was well in front. A little bit hard done by then. Either way, Wigan won't complain. They need to get back into this game as quickly as possible. And they've got to work a little bit harder.
Well, John Keir, the Sheffield Eagles coach, as I say, will be watching this intently. But he can't allow Horton any room at all to run.
Great run, though, by the big second rower.
This is Andy Farrell now. Wigan trying to up the gear, and London trying to keep tabs on them. This is Connolly. Crunching tackle.
There. Grant Young took Connolly well and truly.
McCormack to Smith to Farrell. This is Gilmore, and Gilmore takes the tackle 13 metres from the London try line. Farrell again. This is Mestrov. Robinson, quick hands to McCormack. There's a man out wide. It's Radlinski. They couldn't get the ball through to him, though. Again, sensational defence, and Timu the man.
Good there by Timu. He went down as he was trying to kick that football. Really has been a great effort by the Broncos defence. They're working overtime. We just saw a glimpse of what Wigan have been famous for many years.
Beasley trying to scramble a couple of extra metres. Tollett to the halfway line. Wrestled to the ground by Simon Horton. Matheson to Retchless. In
a big game there by the standoff. Tulson Tollett, of course, He signed a new contract to go to the end of this season. That wasn't a good kick either.
Now Matheson, the kick was diffused in goal by Radlinski. It's a tap on the 20-metre line. Wigan anxious to get on with it.
Took it well. Not the best from the Broncos skipper, Terry Maddison.
A knock on again. Another mistake from Wigan. Another handling error from Wigan.
He didn't play it with his foot backwards, it came out outside, did he?
And not playing the ball properly.
Just threw it back, did McCormack. Was he interfered? Either way. No one touched to him, but he just rolled it back.
Well, he's ruled it was a knock-on rather than not playing the ball properly. If it was not playing the ball properly, he should have been penalised. Here goes Rexless. London, I think, have got the scent of something special here. And isn't it an amazing fact that we gave you earlier on that 8 times at Wembley in 88 to 95 and 3 times in that run, Wigan lost in the week before the big day. I wonder whether they've got another touch of Wembley-itis here. London in possession with Glenn Eyre. And Eyre running flat and then giving the ball to Beasley, but forward pass.
He held it up too long. He was looking for the runners back on the inside. He got them, but Beasley was on the outside. It's just a little bit too smart by half there. Big hit also from Andy Farrell. Watch Farrell get the shoulder to him. Such a big man. He's the Wigan skipper.
Well, it's a lot tighter than it was this time last year between London and Wigan. They beat London 38 points to 10 here last May, although London claimed a victory at the Stoop by 38 points to 12 in July. Matheson has had to come off, the captain, and he's replaced by Damien Chapman, a member of the 1991 Australian Schools Tour, Damien Chapman. There he is, number 18, with the cleanest jersey on the field.
Great work by Gill there. He picked out Cowie, took him down with all the strength. And again, that scrambling defence from London is equal to anything that Wigan's throwing at them. Ooh, swinging out by Gill.
Yes, Gill got Betts around the neck.
Bang. That was a bad one indeed. Ooh, perhaps he's lucky to still be out on the paddock there. Intentional. You could see Betts' head go back. You can do without that.
So here's a chance for Wigan, and it's Mestrov with the first run. Rexless and Dunford with the tackle. Smith to Gilmore, back to Smith. Here's Farrell running from deep. Again, this London defence gets to him. It's been an heroic effort from the Broncos so far. Smith. Penalties. Wigan have had 7 to London's 3. McCormack to Smith again. Back to Betts on the inside. Here's Robinson. And Tollett managed to stand his ground and haul him down 10 metres short of the line. Smith again switches the direction of the attack to Farrell. Back on the inside to Mestrov. And Mestrov was almost through. And again, this scrambling defence stands firm. But for how much longer? Last tackle here. McCormack gets the ball. That's brilliant from Smith. That is brilliant hands from Smith. The ball popped out. It looked as though he'd lost it. He was being tackled as well, remember, and Smith managed to ground the ball. His 5th in Super League, and Wigan are level.
Super play by McCormack. Throws the dummy from the dummy half position. How he got that away. Smith did so well. Second bite at the cherry, pulls off. Watch how McCormack runs the angle. He'll duck underneath and then offloads. Super strength. What a magnificent pass. And Smith, juggler supreme. What a time to come back. The hooker did marvellous there. Fullback Goodwin did the right thing, but he got the luck with him, did Smith.
Tries in every one of the Super League games so far for Wigan for Tony Smith. 20 tries from 29 appearances for Wigan in just over a year. That's 21 in 30 now. It's not a bad strike rate, is it? And John Money, I was about to say he might be a little happier with the situation now, but you wouldn't detect it. And he and Andy Goodway continue the discussion in the coaching department. Meanwhile, Andy Farrell lines his sights up for this important conversion, which will give Wigan the lead again. A Fire's try and Mattison's goal. Farrell's goal and Smith's try. And Wigan are back in front by 8 points to 6.
You see the gap between the two rings defence. McCormack goes for it. A delayed run from Smith as he comes through. He did very well indeed. And how important was that penalty that Wigan received after Gill swung the arm into Betts.
Wigan then restart, ahead by 8 points to 6, defending a very proud record in Super League. Their last defeat was 14-21 here to Salford. Look at the way they're charging in at Mark Carroll now. 14-21 here to Salford on August the 17th. Since then, they've won the Premiership, reclaimed their Wembley place and claimed pole position in Super League. Grant Young has gone off to be replaced by Mark Carroll. And since Terry Mattison has gone off, Steve-O, Wigan have got over the line for the try.
Good play though, but it was vital that that penalty that was given away. Mattison, obviously something wrong with him because he takes control out there. I'm sure they wouldn't just be resting him. And Tony Carey must be a worried man now. Only 2 points adrift. It's important that they really keep their line of defence now. For once, the Wigan crowd have finally come to life.
Tony Curry apparently has hauled Terry Mattison off just to give him a breather. He had done a host of work for the London Broncos, and at 31, Mattison may be feeling the pace. And he's made 25 tackles in this match, Terry Mattison. Now he gets a well-earned rest on the bench, but London now have conceded another penalty.
And I think now that he's giving the official warning, someone will be in the bin if they interfere at the play the ball again. They went very close throughout the first half.
That was deliberately
frustration.
If you do it again, the next one will go to the bin.
Well, you heard it from referee Steve Presley. The next one is in the sin bin. They were treading a very fine line in the first half, London. This is Cowie.
Oh, Carroll's hurt again.
Carroll's down.
He went into Cowie and he's come off second best yet again.
So London defending this attack with 12 men, and Mark Carroll trying desperately to get back in the line, but he's in Disneyland.
He doesn't know where he is. Surely they'll run towards him. He's just collapsed. He doesn't know what's happened. Thankfully, the referees called a halt to play. I know the crowd don't like it, but it could be serious. The man could be suffering from concussion, and that is the least that they should have done, was stop the game.
Well, Mark Carroll has just now regathered his senses, and he said to the trainer, and he said to Steve Presley, "I'm all right." But you're right, I mean, the crowd are a little bit hostile towards this decision, but look at that, it was a real clout from Cowie. But he could, as you say, Steve, could have been really badly hurt.
Well, the referee did the right thing there, that's for sure. No, Wigan were on the charge.
Lovely ball from Farrell, and that's Gilmore's try. Fantastic effort from Lee Gilmore, and what a pass from Andy Farrell. The ball slipped back on the inside, and I'm not so sure it wasn't Mark Carroll that Lee Gilmore charged past. Gilmore's try, Wigan stretched the lead.
Good thinking by the Wigan skipper. He ran at Carroll and made sure that that man would have to face Gilmore. Back on the inside. Beautiful stuff. What a young talent this kid is. Gilmore gets the try, vital. Not only vital for Wigan, but probably vital for his chances. I think that'll probably seal him a spot at Wembley to start the game, perhaps. Great stuff. Farrell, the creator. Gilmore, the scorer.
Well, his first team debut came at the Stoop. Lee Gilmore, last July. And here he is now with his first try for Wigan here at Central Park. Mark Carroll was regathering his senses, making sure that everything was in place, and Lee Gilmore took full advantage and shot over the line. So Farrell now with the opportunity. It's 12 points to 6. And if this sails over, the lead will be 14-6. And 14-6 it is. Another 2 points for Farrell. Another 2 points for Wigan. Maybe a crucial lead.
Watch how he comes from so deep. Dummy on the inside. Super stuff. Set move. No fluke about that. He was positioned 20 metres out.
Any weakness in the opposition is ruthlessly exploited in this game. Now Grant Young will run that ball back out again. And I rather think that he's returned for Mark Carroll, who's been taken off. Well, Andrew Farrell playing a standoff today. He became the first player to get 500 points in Super League football with his 6 goals last week against Halifax. And his trusty boot again tonight, 3 from 3. But Mark Carroll taking a breather on the bench after that big hit by Neil Cowie. London, having taken the lead early in the second half, now find themselves well and truly behind the 8 ball. Radlinski.
Great positioning there by the Wigan fullback. Knew exactly which area they was going to kick on that blind side from Tullett. Oh, Gill went in late. Trailing arm.
Robinson hauled down by Ayre. He is then pushed out of the way by Bell. And Wigan want to get on with it. They want to up the tempo at the play of the balls. They also, of course, will have heard the warning from Steve Presley to
Bell's
the
down.
London camp. Man of the match, by the way. You can vote now. 0891 33 33 13. And the prize, a couple of grand final tickets to our winner tonight. This is Tony Smith. Mark Bell, by the way, has come straight from the field after that tackle, and he has been replaced now by Paul Johnson. He's got a bit of a problem with his ribs, apparently, and that doesn't look good, does it, with just 6 days to go to Wembley.
Could be a sad moment there for Mark Bell. He got a big hit.
Yes, one of the most consistent try scorers in Australia over the past decade for Canberra, North, St Penrith and St George. And on his way to Wembley, or is he, with that rib injury? We'll have to wait and see how things pan out over the next 6 days.
Well, it's a vital time now for London. They've got to be a little bit more adventurous, take the risk, offload in tight situations. But it won't be easy with good defence. Gilmore, he's worked hard throughout, hasn't he?
Tollett, they're running it there on the last tackle, and that will be the turnover. The power play just didn't quite come off for the Broncos.
Wasn't going to be fooled, was he? Gary Connolly, great in defence.
18 minutes remaining in this match for London to wrest it back from Wigan. Wigan, of course, aiming to go back to the top of the Super League.
Wigan sensing that perhaps the London Broncos, they're tiring. Their defence is not moving up as quick as what it has been throughout this match.
Well, we mentioned it, didn't we? Cassidy has come on as well, fresh legs. Cowie, though, has put the ball down. We mentioned it during half-time. The fitness would hold the key to victory tonight.
Really no need to take that pass. Oh, he's lost it before he went into the tackle. Oh, it should have been a knock-on.
The Fire has retained possession for his team.
Chris Ryan, or did he get the ball knocked out by Betts' arm?
Looked like it.
Must have been seen by the referee, Steve Presley. Well done by the official.
Here's Glen Eyre again. Now a chance for Retchless to run. Stopped by Betts, but he still gets the ball away once again. And they're trying to take a chance or two. London, they're having a go at this Wigan defence. He is young. Oh, he's dropped it now. The ball's popped up. Play on. Cassidy gives it to Farrell. Farrell then to Connolly.
Good work there by Chris Ryan. He had the numbers out wide, Wigan. They're beginning to look sharp now. Gill trying to slow proceedings down yet again. Crowd don't like it.
Robinson, dancing run across the face of the defence. Here's Radlinski. Radlinski tackled by Timu and by Toshak. And that's the first touch for Terry O'Connor, and he drops the pass.
Accidental offside, as you can hear the referee, but it would have been a knock-on anyway. Well, not the best start there for Terry O'Connor, who was desperate to make an impression on his coach, John Money.
Yes, he's one man who has never played at Wembley before. Terry O'Connor, Great Britain international, of course. All these players are hoping to get to Wembley. How about that from Radlinski? What a tackle that was. And Matt Toshak felt that.
Oh, he read it superbly, didn't he, the full-back? They used the two dummy runners, and the full-back says, "You're mine." Toshak says, "Where did he come from?"
Dunford. Dragged to the ground by Cowie. Chapman dummy half. Here's Gill. Gill taking them on, but Cassidy wouldn't be fooled, but he got the pass away to Glen Eyre. And Eyre then back on the inside once more. Here's Chapman again. Timo. And Timo dabs it through, inviting Toshak to run. But Robinson got to it first.
So quick, isn't he, Robinson? Anticipating the kick, he was already racing back. Got a metre start and all the rest. Really is explosive from that standing start. Ooh, swinging arm yet again from Gill.
Cassidy fell underneath it, fortunately. Gilmore.
Hasn't he worked hard, this youngster?
Yes, he has. Another one desperate for a start at Wembley. And here's another, Tony Smith. Lovely ball back to Betts. Betts taking them on. Flicks it inside. He got away with it. McCormack picks up the pieces. Here's Farrell. It's opened up for Farrell. Oh, brilliant to Cassidy and to Connolly. Great hands, Smith. Second phase of attack, Cassidy. Here they come again. Terrific play from Wigan. Scrambling defence from London. Wigan aren't finished yet. Oh, that's brilliant. He held on the youngster Johnson for so long. Committed the defence out wide and headed through the gap that opened up. And Paul Johnson, who came off the bench and got a try against the Saints on Good Friday, does the same thing again here at Central Park tonight.
Outstanding champagne football. Smith offloads, Betts takes it on, but just sit back and enjoy this passage of play. All right, it wasn't the best pass from Betts, but Farrell throws the dummy back on the inside. Support play was absolutely outstanding. It was a pity that this had to stop eventually. It did at Cassidy, and then they just run out of numbers. Scrambling defence was just caught. He did well, didn't he, Paul Johnson? Look at the break here. Support play, that's two. Betts will offload. McCormack picks it up. They're on the feet up. The Broncos defence. See how he just shiveled the body across. Nothing that Timu could do about that. An outstanding passage of play by Wigan.
Another one pushing for inclusion at Wembley. Full back. And as I say, off the bench to also score a try against the Saints on Good Friday. So Johnson's tries just pushed Wigan further towards victory, and Farrell with the kick, well, that's a rare sight. Farrell from shooting range, missing. Wigan 18, London 6. Time for the big comeback now for London.
Quick play the ball, you can three defenders, they're all at sea. They were never going to stop this. Had the option on the outside, he threw the dummy, he had enough confidence to go through.
And Tony Curry maybe believes the match is slipping away from him. John Money maybe thinks that he has got to one or two little selection problems for Wembley with men like Johnson and Gilmore. Henry Paul, of course, is to come back from the international in Auckland. He, I would think, is an automatic starting place. So John Money has to do a little bit of work this week and make one or two heartbreaking decisions for some.
Won't be easy. But the one thing that I think that the London Broncos have shown to the rest of the rugby league world, that Wigan can be subdued for long periods of play. Not the best from Gill.
No, Ryan went through as a dummy runner and fooled everybody, including Gill and the fire. Gill found the touchline.
Over the top. Ryan, the dummy runner, through the fingertips of Martin Afire. Gill perhaps wondering why Martin was so far in field. So getting back to that point that Wigan can be controlled if you get into their face. Long passages of play, London have shown that.
Danny Moore takes that tackle. Peter Gill runs his blood to water, doesn't he, for the cause every week. And Tony Curry has made a couple more changes. This is O'Connor. Terry O'Connor keeping the legs pumping despite the fact that Chapman was hanging on to his shirt tails. This is Smith, who lost it. The ball went backwards and then McCormack got a fingertip to it. No knock-on forthcoming. Here's Farrell. Now Gilmore. Gilmore to Cowie.
Farrell starting to control things there. Did he just drop it?
He did.
Or was it knocked?
Well, Cowie is convinced it was knocked from his grasp. The referee had a look at the touch judges, and they said, and that picture confirms that he simply lost it.
Interesting. Yeah, there was a hand in there.
Grant
Young, the prop forward, and that's the reason why Neil Cowie was looking at the referee.
Mark Carroll and Terry Mattison have returned for the Broncos, and since Mattison was allowed to have 10 or 12 minutes to just catch his breath on the bench, the match has run away from London. Cowie has gone off as well.
Full credit though to Wigan, they kept very patient, kept plugging away in this second half. But that support play, they were really back to their best, wasn't it?
The best part of the play leading up to Gilmore's try was outstanding.
Certainly was. Worth the entrance fee alone, that.
Mattison back on the field now, and from the 53rd to the 66th minute of this match, Wigan ran in 3 tries, and Mr. Mattison was absent. Not without leave, but simply absent.
Pretty close. Took that well though, Paul Johnson. And like most of the substitutes at Wigan here, they're looking for a big game also.
That telephone number and the line is still open for your votes on the man of the match. 0891 33 33 13. Tickets to the grand final up for grabs on Super League Live this year, right the way through to that grand final on October the 24th. Betts has lost that.
That'll take the first knock on. And he knows it too. Tried to spin away, and once Chapman made the impact on the elbow, ball came free.
Stay away, ball's miles away. Hold.
2 errors tonight from Dennis Betts. Normally just the 1. Tollett now. He's kicking on the first tackle, and that's a brave decision. And now then, the referee has given London a penalty.
Was that a voluntary tackle? Well, I haven't seen that for a long time.
No, he's pointing at Andrew Farrell. Something in back play. Chances here for London. Gill, out wide it goes. It's a try. And it's a try for Toshak. And the silence around Central Park is deafening at the moment. But London have struck back. The penalty given. Wigan were confused. London decided to get on with it.
Well, half the Wigan side were just pondering back here. They thought that it was okay. You could see that the big centre, Danny Moore, had got to it. Evidently something had gone in the back play. Must have grabbed someone. Andy Farrell, Eddie said it was, must have grabbed one of the London players, and they got on with it well. Goodwin says ball out wide, and Wigan's defence was all at sea. Did well there, Gill, didn't he? Sucked in Robinson away. It was a big gamble kicking on the first. They just won possession from the base of the scrum. And it was Farrell just trying to interfere with it. But quick thinking, long ball out wide, Maddison. And you'll see that Robinson in 2 minds. Nothing going to stop him. Good effort.
Big kick from Mattison, but doesn't find the mark. So it's 18-10. Had that one sailed over, it would have put London within touching distance of the Wigan Warriors. As it is, they still have to score twice. 18 points to 10. And we've got about 6.5 minutes left for play. Will time be London's worst enemy now? Robinson from the kickoff breaks a tackle. Off goes Robinson. Time for a special. A good job that Chapman got to him. Chapman could have been sin-binned then for holding down Jason Robinson.
That could have been a forward pass too. McCormack delayed that ball Well and truly to the last second there. Oh, good defence from Grant Young. Well, both sides have worked tirelessly in defence. There's some bruised and battered bodies out there. It's been a tough one.
It has. That's McCormack. 4 tackles gone. Cassidy from the dummy half. Holgate in at dummy half this time. He finds Tony Smith. Wide it goes again to Farrell. Farrell further out wide to Radlinski. Big hole here. Robinson. Ball back on the inside. Flicked over the top. Who wants it? Connolly. Who's got it? London.
Robinson is flat out. I think Gill caught him. Referee said it was okay. It was a big hit from Gill on Robinson, who just passed the ball on the inside. Now then, can we see a spirited end to this game by the Broncos yet again?
Well, the gap is 8 points. They have just 5 minutes. Martin Afire, dummy half, gives it to Carroll. Carroll then a short ball to Beasley. Beasley put it down. It wasn't the best pass. Smith gets the pass away. Moore. And now London's defence has to scramble back again and get into position. 6 tackles to go here. O'Connor to within 10 metres of the line.
Play out the 6 and just use the kicking game. The short one into the in-goal area.
Farrell. Back on the inside it comes. That ball's lost. And again, knock on is the rule.
Well, it looked like Aussie rules for a moment there, didn't it? It was a big hit, though, by Mark Carroll on Gilmore, who yet again was trying to get under the work.
Beasley got a hand to it too as Gilmore fell. But they've got the benefit of the doubt from the referee, Stephen Presley.
Oh, he's lost it.
Well, that's the 12th handling error for London. And it could be curtains. This is Robinson. Now Radlinski. He is Gilmore, and that's the 16th handling error by Wigan. It has been that sort of match, to be fair, but exciting for all of that.
Gilmore trying to come back on the inside there. Just as he was making the decision, the ball came to him. He won't be happy with that, but he'll be happy with his all-over game. Really has worked hard, the young second rower.
Here's Spencer. Timu.
Well, the crowd saying that he never played it, but I think he just got a touch to it. Not much on it.
Chapman. They're attacking down the short side with Mattison. Mattison then flicks the ball inside to the try scorer, Toshak.
Just a fraction on it, wasn't it?
Penalty to Wigan. That one was not played properly. That Toshak pinged by the referee.
Oh, what a time to come up with a mistake like that. Just getting a chance to perhaps come away with it. But was he interfered with? Was Cassidy pushing the player? He thinks he was. It's a fine line. It's a problem for all referees.
This is O'Connor now. But I can tell you the match isn't over, despite the fact that we've got the music on the tannoy system.
Well, I think someone's pushed the wrong button.
I think they've probably just announced their local man of the match, which of course pales into insignificance alongside the Sky Viewers man of the match. And the votes for that are still being counted. 0891 33 33 13. Betts slips the pass and Danny Moore gets the try. That's it. Wigan win. And they go to Wembley with a record of 4 wins from 4 in Super League. And they're back to the top of the tree again. They leapfrog Leeds, and Danny Moore's try completes the victory, really.
Sheer class by Dennis Betts on the blind side. See how Smith just came from the open. Beautiful offload, wasn't it? Danny Moore knew exactly what he was going to do. He just holds off here, so they makes the impact and the offload. Great camera work too. Look at this. Commits the defence, offload. Great combination. Experience there, Moore. He's delighted, and why not?
Well, he's delighted because that's his first in Super League 2. And Danny Moore with the try. And that is it as far as the London Broncos are concerned. The 2 points have slipped them by again. Wigan, 4 from 4, will join Leeds up there at the top of the table, and Wigan will go top on points difference. Tony Curry will not be a happy man, despite the fact that his London Broncos team has fought bravely. Farrell with this conversion attempt. Andy Farrell tonight has kicked 3 from 4, and now it's 4 from 5 for Andy Farrell, and Wigan with a 24 points to 10 scoreline in their favour will go off to Wembley despite the shake of the head from their captain in good heart.
You were right, Eddie. Fitness certainly has told. Been a good effort by the London Broncos when you think about it, but they really are struggling now. The last 15 minutes, they've had to scramble back on so many occasions, and Wigan have been allowed to use a quick play of the ball late in this match. That's what London stopped them doing for 3/4 of this game.
Spencer almost through, but that tackle, the final moment of this match, and Wigan have defended the longest winning run of matches in the game. It's 14 successive victories now against domestic opposition. They were beaten by the Hunter Mariners in the World Club Championship in October, but when it comes to domestic football and Super League, Wigan stand top of the tree. 24 points to 10. It was 2-0 to Wigan at half-time. The majority of the points then in the second half. 4 Wigan tries to 2 from London, and we'll name the man of the match when we return.